Welcome to our video that we're going to talk about display and merchandising. And that's an area really where if you do it well, it can really help your sales, it can really help your branding, it can really help just kind of elevate the stuff that you're selling. You don't have to have the best stuff, but if you can learn how to merchandise it and display it well, it will look like really amazing stuff. So a couple basic things that I want you to remember is just first off, I want you to remember to make your space accessible to customers. So that means you need to leave it open enough where people can walk around. You don't want them tripping over things that you have on the floor, or you don't want your items, kind of piled back in a corner and they can't go find them. You want to keep it accessible. You want to keep it inviting. You want to make it easy for them to look around and to find the things that they want to find. And then the second thing that I really want you to remember is to not make your customers have to think too hard. Keep it really easy for them, okay? Don't make them have to get creative with what you're selling. Don't make them have to figure out how they're going to use that piece of furniture or what they're going to do with that, cool piece of architectural salvage that you found. Or if you're selling products, if you're selling paint, if you're selling stencils, don't make them have to figure out how they're going to use that. Make it easy for them. So go ahead and display things how you would, display it in your home. Like set up that piece of furniture in a way that they could set it up. That cool thing that you found that you can hang up on the wall, go ahead and hang it up on the wall for them. Show them how it can work. If you're selling a product, have information available, have tags that tells about your product, have things that show samples of how it can be used. Make it easy for your customers. Don't make them have to think. And so if you can kind of keep those two things in mind, and when all the displays that we're looking at, keeping it accessible and making it easy for your customers. And then the last thing is just really, really remembering that your target customer is not someone like you or like me, all right? We are people who I like to call pickers or diggers. So we're okay with rummaging through garage sales on Saturday morning. We're okay with traipsing around fields at the flea market and getting muddy. We're okay, with finding that ugly old piece of furniture and knowing that we can make it beautiful. Right? We're okay digging through and finding the diamonds in the rough, and we have that creative vision to know how to use it. Sometimes I think we forget that that's a skill that we have that a lot of our customers don't have. And so what I want you to appeal to with your space and how you merchandise, and even if you're not selling in a booth, these same principles apply for when you're staging your photos for things to sell, okay? Same concepts apply. I want you to appeal to what we're going to call shoppers. They are kind of up here. They're a different customer base than the people like me and you. Shoppers want a pleasant experience. They want things to look pretty. They want to have fun. They want it to be easy. Okay? Shoppers are the people that get dressed up and go out and have lunch with their friends and then go out and spend the afternoon shopping for entertainment, just because they just like to spend money, okay? That's who your target customers are. So if you're setting up your booth space, or if you're setting up your display photos of things that you're selling with other pickers or diggers in mind, like, well, I'm just gonna show them what it is, they can figure out how to use it. You're appealing to the wrong customer base. I want you to create beautiful scenes that are inspiring, that are pretty, that look like you walked into a magazine, where you're already showing them how to use whatever it is you have to sell, and that's going to help you attract those shoppers, which are the people that are going to pay more money and that are going to really develop a loyalty to your business and to your brand. Okay, so we are up here at Antique Company Mall, which is where I have one of my spaces. It's one of my favorite places, and it is filled with really, really amazing displays. And we're just going to take a little bit of time and walk around and show you some of the ways that the displays here are fantastic. Okay, so I want to show you guys a couple of displays here that just do amazing jobs. Now, these are some of the premier dealers here in the mall. They obviously have beautiful things to sell, and they do a really, really great job with their display. So the first is over here. This is a gathered well. And you can see, just notice first off that everything has, okay? There's nothing that's out of place. There's nothing just kind of randomly stuck on the floor. She put everything here with very specific intention. Notice also that it's similar colors. The colors tie together, okay? It's a lot of the same repeating green and white. And there is kind of a loose theme right now of kind of like garden, floral, greenery, okay? And that fits with the season that we're in right now. So she's probably one of the best display people that I know, to be completely honest. I usually cannot display as well as this girl displays here, but I have learned so much from looking at her space. A couple things I just want to point out, if you just kind of want to walk over here with me. This piece, let's see, this piece that's right here is a cool cubby shelf. And notice what she has done with it. She has already, again, she's making it easy for the customers. They don't have to think and figure out how to use this cubby shelf. She has filled it perfectly with silver and with books and with some greenery and even just a display here on top. And so somebody can immediately see that and know how it's going to go in their space. They don't have to figure out, that's a cool cubby shelf. What could I do with that? Also, she's already hung up on the wall her architectural things that she's found. She's shown, here's this beautiful window that you can use. If you can see that brace, that iron piece in the corner, she's hung that up also. Like she's shown what, and there's another one below it that's kind of hidden behind this plant. But she's shown what it can look like. She's not making them have to think and figure it out. Similarly, this piece right here, I don't know if you can tell what it is from afar, but it is just an old cast iron kind of like heat cover or, AC grate. That's all it is. But, so, by itself, it's nothing particularly amazing. But then she put these kind of fake succulents in it and put it here with all of these other things. And instantly, it's kind of a cool display, right? So this basic object, she's showing them, here's how you can use it. Here's how you can make it look good. And I'm telling you, this dealer sells incredibly, incredibly well. And I know she works hard on this space too. She really shops with intention. She pays attention to what she's buying and makes sure that it fits together, okay? I also want to show you over here, this is white Farmhouse vintage. And again, amazing things. This dealer does really well. Notice, again, similar colors, right? Now, this is kind of her brand. This is her theme. Don't think, well, I'm kind of eclectic and so that won't work for me. No, this could also work if it was eclectic in lots of different colors. Her brand just happens to be obviously white. But the point is that it's stuff that fits together, okay? Right here, she's got this, I think it's a bench maybe. It's kind of hard to even tell, but look, it's got this cool shelf here, and look what she did. She went ahead and displayed candles here in this shelf. She put some things in here to show this is, something that you could do with this. These two big bowls, she filled them with candles. She's not just leaving them empty. Another thing that I want to point out is this whole little display right here. So you've got this really kind of rickety old table, and this really rusty child's chair, and then just a birdhouse. So by themselves, any of these three pieces by themselves are really not anything amazing, right? They're kind of average stuff that you can find at a flea market. But when she stacks them up like this, and then puts this cute little greenery in here, it becomes like a whole display. And all of a sudden, these pretty ordinary objects look really cute together. And people can see how they could use this somewhere, or they could see, hey, this little rusty chair, I don't have to actually use it as a chair. I can sit it in a corner and sit a plant on it, and it'll be a cute table or display. Like, these ordinary things, when displayed this way together, make them appealing. And I feel confident that everything here is going to sell because she's made it look so cute. And she's showing her customers how they can use this in their home. Normal people, if this rusty chair was just sitting there folded up in the corner, nobody's gonna buy that. She's got it out, she's got it displayed in a way that's saying, here's how you can use it, okay? All right, we're gonna keep going around. I'm gonna find a few other places to show you guys a few more examples. Okay, so we're over here now with a vendor called Booth 58, and Booth 58 sells a couple really interesting things. One of the things that they sell is like a product that they make, and they are these banners that they make out of luggage tags. They have a ton of them, and look at what they've done. They've created a whole area here that is just their banners, and they've got individual pegs for the different banners that are here. You guys, these things sell like crazy. Every time I'm up here, people are buying some of these banners, and I know it doesn't cost them a lot to make, but it's because they have it displayed so well. They've made it easy for their customers to find their product, to see the different, products that are here, the different ones, and to get what they want. Super, super easy. They've also got it, if you can kind of show over here, they've also got some baskets. And up here are all the ones that are about having a baby. Like it's a girl or sweet baby. Down here are all their ones for holidays. Down here are all their ones for weddings. And this one says celebrate. And so it's a little bit more of a mixed category. But again, the idea is they've got their product and they are making it easy for customers to find the product and to understand how to use the product, okay? Rather than all of these just being in a bowl together, they're divided out and they're really showcased well. And so something else I want to show you, this dealer over here on this side, their name is Mishmash. Again, totally, they sell different stuff. One of the things they sell a lot of plants. And so these fiddly fig trees. Notice that she has on each plant that she sells, especially these trees, which are kind of expensive, this entire list of instructions for her customers. She's making it easy for her customers. Okay, so think about this. You may not sell plants, but if you sell furniture, if you sell any other product, if you sell paint, if you sell anything that people are going to be using and taking care of, tell them how to use it. Tell them how to take care of it. Tell them how to clean the furniture that you're selling them. Tell them how to use the paint that you are giving them. Tell them how to, maintenance the candle that you're selling them if they need to trim the wick or whatever. This is an example of she's thinking on behalf of her customers. And she's letting them know that like, hey, you're gonna buy this and you're not gonna have to go home and Google how to take care of it. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you how to do it. If you have a product that you're selling and representing people, do that thought work on behalf of your customers. Have that information there for them in your display. Okay, so I want to show you something totally different over here. This gentleman sells sports memorabilia, so it's just totally different product than what we've seen over there. But again, I want to show you, for the most part, everything he has is still accessible. You can get to it, okay? Even a couple things are a little crammed, maybe down here, but still there's nothing, like he has more shelves kind of here on this rack, but there's nothing down there. So he's kept the things that he wants you to buy up here where you can get to them. The shelves that he's blocked off, he hasn't stuck more stuff down in there. So his items are accessible. They are kind of grouped together again by theme. Like he's got all of his gloves over here together and his catcher's mitt and his catcher's mask. He's got his shoes and his cleats kind of down here together. He's just put some thought into it. It's not overcrowded. It's full, but it's not overcrowded. Everything that is in here you can find and you can get to, and there's still enough foot space to kind of walk in and check out what he has. Okay, so I'm not meaning to like trash talk anybody here or to be negative about anybody in their business. I just am trying to help, and I want to kind of show the difference of a space that I don't know that the display has really succeeded in. So you can kind of see what I'm talking about. Now this vendor has lots of cool stuff. Like there's some great things in here, but the problem is that there's so much of it that a lot of it is not accessible. you can kind of barely fit back in. First off, they kind of closed off the entranceway. And so no more than kind of one person is going to want to come back in here and shop. There's just things piled everywhere on the floor. Like I kind of feel like I'm about to trip on some of the stuff that's down here at my feet. The pieces of furniture that they have are gorgeous, but they're kind of shoved up in the corner. Like if that beautiful waterfall bed was taken out and set up and displayed and a few things set in the middle of it, then that bed would sell because it's gorgeous. But it's not going to sell shoved up in the corner like that. Nobody's even going to go back there and see it or look at it. Every piece of furniture has stuff just piled and piled on top of it. That's not going to help your furniture sell. You've got to showcase your furniture, let people see it. There's just in general just too much here. And the things that are here, again, are amazing, but they are not being displayed well. It's making it hard for the customers. It's making it a little bit uninviting. It's almost bordering kind of on that garage sale feel. And so I'm not sure who this vendor is. They have excellent stuff. I really want them to clear out a little bit of their display. You know, take some of this home, store it a little bit, and bring it up here in kind of smaller amounts so that the display doesn't feel quite so crowded. Okay, so we're going to wrap up the video here in this space. Again, this is not one of the big premier spaces in the front. It's kind of a smaller space, but they have done an excellent job. This dealer does well. Their space is displayed really well. Again, there's just more room to walk around. I'm not tripping over things. Everything is accessible. She's done the work for the customers. She's got these cute scales here. She set this potted plant to show how they could use this scale. And check out this piece of furniture. It is not piled high with stuff. It is displayed. It's shown, hey, if this was in your bedroom, this is what you could do with it. This is what it would look like. It's not just covered with additional merchandise and the furniture is getting lost. The furniture is being presented and shown how it could be used in your actual space. So there's kind of, you know, a floral theme that goes throughout. There's some repeating colors. It's not all the same color. It's not all white. There's some light, there's some dark. Again, you don't have to have the same color, but it feels cohesive. It comes together. It's displayed in a way that is attractive, that's pretty. There's plenty of room to walk around. The extra floral accents make it look a little fun and inviting. And she's just really overall done a great job with it. And again, this dealer does well. She does really well in this space. So that's going to wrap this up. I hope that that's given you some really kind of tangible ideas, some things that you can start to think about when you are getting your booth space together, when you are displaying photos, taking pictures of your things. I hope that you can imagine now, again, you want to appeal to those shoppers, appeal to those higher end clients, and make sure that you're making it easy for them to see the beautiful things that you're selling. Thanks.